Okay, so this is this week's session of SelectBox, and I'm here with Adam Thompson, Director of Reality Estate Agents. Hi, Adam.
Hello there, how are you?
um, I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Good, thank you. Very good.
Good, good. So I just wanted you to tell us a little bit, for those that don't know reality too well, tell us a little bit about the business to start off with.
Okay, yeah. So Reality Estate Agents, we're based in Norwich, on Grove Road in Norwich, so just outside of the city centre. We're
Hmm.
going about 11 years now, so we celebrated our 11th anniversary during lockdown, actually, which is a bit of a shame, but still.
Yes, of course.
But still one of those things. So family-run business, basically owned by myself, my wife Lucy, who sort of kind of loads of experience within the estate agency business, sort of herself. I come from a slightly different background where I sort of kind of bring a bit of a construction side of things
Oh,
through
okay.
to reality. So I was an architectural technician. So again, it's sort of kind of learning how to sort of kind of change properties and sort of kind of how properties go together as well, which gives me a slightly different dynamic to the typical agent out there.
Brilliant. So you're able to then have a bit more foresight into how the buildings could be changed or to suit. So like you said, that gives a really different angle, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the good thing
Brilliant.
with that is if we get somebody who gets shown around a property who's thinking of changing or wanting something slightly different out of a property, rather than going to buy the property down the road, which may have that, obviously I can open up a few eyes to think, well, actually, if you thought about doing this, 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 and this,
Perfect.
it really gives us a bit of a unique sort of kind of selling point.
That's a really big thing as well, isn't it, at the moment, the open plan living, and everyone
Definitely,
loves to knock down a wall or two. So
exactly.
that's great.
Yeah.
So obviously it's been about 3 months since the house market has opened up again. So how has this impacted your business, and what sort of trends are you seeing in the industry at the moment?
Yeah, so it's been a busy 3 months, I will be honest. Obviously, during lockdown, it's a bit of a scary time. Obviously, 2 months really of not being able to get into properties, not be able to sell anything. And
Of
we were
course.
offering things like virtual viewings and virtual valuations. But in all honesty, people aren't really going to buy a property with a virtual viewing. So it
Mm,
was sort of kind of property market on hold for 2 months. But yeah, in the 3 months that we've been back, very, very, very interesting times. We've seen a real shift in dynamic in relation to how the market is going with we're seeing a lot of London buyers coming to Norfolk who no longer need to commute to London and be sort of kind of situated in London for work because they're working from home and things. So that's sort of driving the property market in Norfolk quite well at the moment.
mm,
And of course, for 2 months, people were sitting on their hands and sort of not really being able to move or do anything during lockdown. So now the 3 months is sort of kind of passed since that lockdown that they've been out there buying. Um, We've also seen a really sort of kind of big change in what people look for their house in terms of area, in terms of sort of outdoor space, office space as well, working
of
from
course.
well. So
Yeah.
where we were once seeing sort of your two-bedroom sort of city apartment sort of kind of being quite high on sort of people's agenda and not on their wish list, obviously we're seeing that sort of diverting away from that at the moment. People needing the garden and
The
needing
home comforts a bit more.
exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, really, definitely.
Okay. And what sort of impact has it had in terms of the stamp duty lift?
Yeah, so stamp duty, obviously we were busy anyway prior
Mm,
to the
mm.
announcement of the stamp duty lift, but that's only made us busier. So people are really taking advantage of having that positive effect of saving quite a few thousands of pounds in certain circumstances of not having to fork out for the stamp duty. Obviously that finishes in March, so it'll be interesting to see what happens after March, but certainly
Yeah.
for the time being, yeah, it's really driven the market in a positive way.
Hmm. Yeah, no, that's good. And how do you sort of see the market looking like over the next, say, 12 months?
Yeah, so obviously in relation to the market and moving forwards, it's only going to get stronger, I believe. Obviously, as people get out there, job security remains in certain circumstances. As long as their job security is there and people remaining in those jobs, obviously the market is going to get stronger. That confidence is only going to grow sort of as further and further months sort of kind of progress down the line. And like I say, with the stamp duty being up until March, that's only going to help things too.
Yeah. Definitely. So obviously, if you touched on this earlier, but in light of the fact that there are more people working from home now, even if it's either for the full week or part week, there's not as much of a need to go into city for work. So do you think that's going to have an impact, or are you seeing that already in terms of a want for houses in the rural areas?
Yeah, definitely. We are seeing that already, if I'm honest, and even getting a few people coming to us who have been in city centres for only 12 months, 6 months, to now wanting to move into those rural areas where they've got space to do things. You've got the outdoor space as well. Plus,
Yeah.
the further out of a city you get, obviously the house prices fall slightly, so you get a little bit more value for money in relation to what you're looking for outside in those rural areas compared to the city centre properties, which we were prior to lockdown.
Of course, and I suppose, like you say, those that are moving up from London in particular, they're seeing great value for money up here as well, aren't they? So
exactly.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And that's only going to really drive the Norfolk market sort of kind of forward in relation to the next few months as well. Those London buyers who have sold for quite a bit more than what you would get in Norfolk. And of course, have the money then to spend, and we're seeing that is driving prices and keeping prices very strong.
Yes, brilliant. It's a good time to start moving, basically.
Definitely, yeah. Make haste now, definitely. Like I say, prices are strong at the moment. The buyers are out there as well, so I certainly wouldn't delay getting, if you're thinking about moving or sort of kind of buying your first property anyway.
Excellent. And is there any other advice that you'd give to people that are looking to buy or sell, maybe over the next 12 months? Probably get in there before March, I would imagine.
I would say so. Yeah,
would be one of the things.
You're obviously going to save a lot of money, depending upon what you're buying and what your budget is on buying on your next property. You're going to save a lot of money with that stamp duty relief. What will happen in March onwards? Obviously, only time will tell whether that will get extended or whether March will be the cut-off. But certainly make haste now and certainly take advantage of that.
Yeah, brilliant. That's great. Thank you very much. And just one thing, I obviously noticed on your website your photo with Phil from Location. So tell me how that come about.
Well, we've won a couple of awards for votes and customer service based reviews.
Fantastic.
So it's something we're really proud of. We get to go for a day out in London as well, which is good. And obviously I'll meet Phil and get the photo with Phil while we pick the awards up. So
brilliant.
He's a really nice guy. It's one of those things where you kind of think, do I really want to meet my hero? Knowing if you're going to be let down. No, with him, he's a brilliant.
He is what he is on TV. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That is good.
Very
brilliant.
Very charming guy. So
excellent. And congratulations on the award. I mean, what a real accolade to your, the business success. That's really good.
Yeah, we're really proud, and bear in mind that we are independent, so we run that one office around in Norwich, and going up against some of your big boys out there. It's something we're really proud of, that we were picking up awards against some of the big sort of kind of chain and big agencies out there as well.
So what I will do is we'll wrap that up now, and thank you so much for your time, and obviously we will catch up with you soon.
Yeah, brilliant. Nice to speak to you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks. Cheers. Bye-bye.